Hey guys, Texans Girl here along with William Harvey, and we are here to talk about the Houston Texans game today against the Green Bay Packers. All I can say is just finished watching this night game against the Cardinals and Seahawks. Holy crap, was that one hell of a game. Man, was that exciting. Harvey's all kind of nervous because I was screaming at the TV and he thought I was mad at him, so he's kind of hiding tonight. But anyway, it was a pretty good lazy day of football today. I'm not even mad about today's game, and let me tell you why, because I'm not surprised. You got Aaron Rodgers and you've got the Green Bay Packers, and they just came off a really bad loss against Tampa Bay. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers and if I'm looking at tape against the Texans, I'm licking my chops and I'm like, yes, I've got the Texans this week. He's thrilled to death, and no freaking doubt about that. He came and he did exactly what I thought he would do. He lit up our secondary. How about Davante Adams? Good gosh. Almost 200 freaking yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns. You don't expect a player like that and a team like that to play 2 games back to back. And I knew that they were going to come out looking like that, and they did. Aaron Jones was gone. He had a high ankle sprain. They didn't even need him. Green Bay could have gone to Walmart and they could have been blindfolded, and then they could have just, pointed their finger and said, you're going to play running back for the Green Bay Packers this week. We're playing the Texans. They've got the worst run defense in the NFL, and you're guaranteed to get at least 50 plus yards. I mean, come on. We have no answer for nothing. I mean, at the start of the game, it just sets the tone. We had Aaron Rodgers sacked, and it was 4th down. But nope, we had the mistake. We had the penalty. We gave him new life. Then that dumb helmet-to-helmet hit, 15 yards, gave him more life, which just helped him march down the field through the touchdown to Davante Adams, and the rest is history. And then the thing that gets me the most is when you look at Deshaun Watson. I mean, his stats look good on paper. A little over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But we have trouble getting the football into the end zone. We just do. We have trouble scoring. We can't even score on our opening drive. We're very slow to start. We have absolutely no run game. Deshaun Watson almost rushed for as many yards as David Johnson. Stop. This is the man that we traded D-Hop for, David freaking Johnson. He had, 42 yards rushing? Bench him. Just bench him. We're 1-6. Just put him on the bench. Let's get somebody else, because he's not cutting the mustard. The play calling was pitiful. I think the things that struck me the most was when it was a little under 9 minutes left in the game. We were down by 2 scores. We decided to run the football with David Johnson on first and 10. Second play, 2nd and 10. We ran him up the middle again. Why would you do that? Why in the hell would you even run David Johnson? He can't run for shit. Why would you call that play? Why would you not throw the football? We need to stop this garbage, and we need to freaking pass more. It just boggles my mind. And the mistakes were ridiculous. Late in the 2nd quarter, we had the ball. We would have had it inside of the 5-yard line. We had the penalty, put us back almost to the 30-yard line. We ended up having to kick the field goal. Fairbairn missed. Fairbairn missed the freaking field goal. Big surprise. Like I said, it's just not a surprise. And it's mistake after mistake after mistake. I know we had the blocked punt, and we couldn't even score a touchdown off of the blocked punt. You cannot keep on going on field goals. You've got to score freaking touchdowns, and we could just continue to struggle to get the ball in the end zone. When you've got a quarterback like Deshaun Watson and you see play like that, it just pisses you off. And I think the play calling, like I said, was just, it was bad. It was bad play calling. And it just, you just get to a point where, like I said, I'm not surprised at all by that performance by the Texans. Look into the future. It's not like it doesn't matter. We can lose the rest of our games and we still don't have a first and second round draft pick next season. So we just have to be positive. We got rid of Bill O'Brien. We really need to focus on getting a good coach and GM in play. If it were up to me, our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator would be fired. They'd be gone because they're playing junk. They're just playing junk. The plays are junk. J.J. Watt seems to be the only player on defense coming to play. I mean, he's playing his heart out. It just, the rest just need to go away. They just need to go away. Offensively, I think that we need an offensive-minded coach. Eric Bieniemy, to me, is my number one choice right now. I don't like Josh McDaniels. I know he's in the mix, but I don't like him at all. I know he's the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, but there's something about him that bothers me, and it doesn't sit right with me, and I do not sense he's the right person for this team. I know that a lot of people credit Bieniemy because he has Andy Reid, and Andy Reid is a genius when it comes to the offense. But Pat Mahomes specifically credits Bieniemy for his development, and that means a lot. That says a lot for him, and I think we need somebody that's going to develop Deshaun Watson, and I think he might be the guy. So all I can say is we really need to be smart. And I know a lot of people want to hire a defensive-minded coach. I think it needs to be an offensive-minded coach. That's my opinion. My number one vote is for Eric Bieniemy. We'll see. I don't know who else is out there, but he's got my vote for head coach. Other games that we watched today, to me, the best game of the early games was the Tennessee Titan Steeler game. Good Lord. When you turn that on, you thought the Steelers had a commanding lead, and you thought, okay, Steelers have this. But nope, you got to hand it to the Tennessee Titans for coming back, and there's no love lost between me and the Titans. But I got to give credit to where credit was due. You got a good coach in Mike Vrabel, and they came back. They came back and almost tied that game, and if it wouldn't have been for Gostkowski, excuse my pronunciation of his name, missing that field goal. And did you see Ben Roethlisberger? The reaction, and it was priceless. You gotta, if you didn't see his reaction, Google it, YouTube it. It was priceless and beautiful. And the Steelers end up going 6-0 for I think the second time in a long time, but. Very good performance by the Steelers, and good performance by the Titans for coming back. Like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due. Watching other games, the Cowboys, they're pathetic. They're a dumpster fire, and they continue to be, and the Redskins handily beat them. Saints over the Panthers. I think that Teddy Bridgewater played one hell of a game, but in the end just couldn't end up withstanding the Saints, a good Saints team. The late games, I watched the Buccaneer-Raider game. That was kind of disappointing because I thought that was going to be a better game. It was the first half, but the second half, the Buccaneers just took over, and I think the Buccaneers have a really, really good defense. The 49ers kicked the Patriots' ass, no problem. I thought that was going to be a better game, but it wasn't. I mean, that was an ass whooping right there. And then we watched the Charger game. Their young quarterback, that dude's pretty damn good. He's what's up. He's got a really good, I think he's better than Phillip Rivers. Everybody loves Phillip Rivers. I don't. Never like Phillip Rivers, ever. So anyway, I think the Chargers have a really good young quarterback in their hands. Looking at other games, how about tonight? That Cardinal-Seahawks game. I expected the Seahawks to win. I wanted the Seahawks to win, and they didn't. Russell Wilson, very, very surprising, throwing 3 interceptions. That's not like him at all, but that was one hell of a game tonight. And the Cardinals ended up winning that game, but I don't think that means anything. Because I think when you look at the dominant teams in the NFC right now, I think the Seahawks, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay, those are the 3 dominating teams. And I think those are the 3 teams that are going to end up in the playoffs in the end. I think one of those 3 teams are going to the Super Bowl. In the AFC, I think you've got a lot of good teams in the AFC. But ultimately, when you look at the teams, and this is just my opinion, I think the Steelers, the Ravens, Kansas City, and Tennessee. I think those are the 4 teams to beat in the AFC. Anytime you have Pat Mahomes, you've got Ben Roethlisberger, you've got really, it's funny because I never thought that I would ever think that the Tennessee, Ryan Tannehill, but I've got to hand it to him. He's playing great football. So you got Ryan Tannehill, you've got Lamar Jackson, Ben Roethlisberger, and Pat Mahomes. I think those are the 4 dominating teams in the AFC. So I think out of those 7 teams, those are the best 7 teams in the NFL right now. I could be wrong, but those are my 7 teams. We've got a bye week next week. I really am happy about that. Like I said, Texans fans, I'm not surprised we lost. It's just very disheartening to see that, but I'm trying to be positive, hoping we can get a good coach in there, and I hope it's an offensive-minded coach. I don't know what happened last week, but I really screwed up on posting my video, and for some reason it wouldn't allow comments. I ended up fixing it in the end, so it does allow comments, but I always like your comments because you guys always have a good perspective and say a lot of things that I missed. But anyway, because I can be pretty emotional when I'm watching the Texans, but anyway, not surprised by the outcome. Still love my guys, still love Deshaun Watson, love him. He is the future of our team. And I hope everybody has a really good week. Hope everybody stays healthy. Peace out.